Dr. Becky is leading the way in compassionate parenting. Her highly anticipated children's book, That's My Truck, a good inside story about hitting, is out now.
And Dr. Becky is here with us today to show us how to turn a tough time into an opportunity for connection. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Good to see you, Doc.
Thanks for having me.
This is your first children's book.
Yes.
And I know, at least what I see on your social media, you talk about all the parenting things. Why did you decide to focus on hitting for this one?
You know, over and over, I think I talk to parents and we think about the kids who get hit, right? And of course, those kids need protection. But I really think of myself also as a champion for the kids who do hit or do push or do say, I hate you. I think they need protection too. They need protection from forming an identity as a bad kid. And when we send them away and we just lecture them and we don't actually teach them the skills they were missing, then of course they start to act in line with the identity of a bad kid. And I think there's a way that we can set boundaries as a parent, but we can still stay connected to those kids and actually help them build the skills they were missing.
But why is it so difficult for kids to share? We've all been there.
I mean, first of all, I would argue it's hard for adults to share. We don't even expect adults to share. Like if I was reading a book and you were like, it's my turn, I think I would say, like, when I'm done. And if you were like, Becky, you have a sharing problem, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't think that's what's happening. So I think first of all, it's important to reframe sharing. Second, if a kid is having a hard time sharing, what they're saying is, I want something and I don't yet have the skill to tolerate wanting and not having. So my answer is, let's help them build that skill that will travel into adulthood.
Yeah, because if I didn't share, and you know, the toy would get taken away. If you can't share it, you can't play with it.
I know, and I think that really misses something, because when we become adults, we see things all the time that we want and can't have. And it's not necessarily that if your friend has a house you want and they don't share with you, their house gets taken away. No, you just have to learn how to tolerate frustration, how to learn how to wait. And our approach to parenting in general is very long-term greedy. Let's build the skills today that will help your kid for a lifetime.
You made that mention about not labeling children as bad kids. Yeah. I mean, they're so little. Why do you think that's so important?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think a parent is a child's mirror. We reflect to our kid who they are, and that's how they form their identity. So it shouldn't be a surprise if we talk to kids like they're a bad kid. They act as if they were a bad kid instead, which is core to our philosophy. That is a good kid having a hard time and they need some help.
The biggest lesson that you want parents to walk away with?
I mean, the biggest lesson I'd want parents to walk away with is no one gets this right all the time, and that we all need tools. The only thing that comes naturally in parenting is how we were parented. And so if you want to do things differently, we need resources, we need support, we need tools like a book, like a course, just like we do in any other job.
Because you passed on what was given to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
More books coming?
You know it. I feel like as a parent, you're exhausted at the end of the day, and sometimes you can't muster up the language you want to connect, but if you have the right book to read, all of a sudden you have these 5 minutes, you feel like a rock star parent, and I just always want to give parents more tools to help them bring out that kind of sturdy leader and that connected parent that I know lives inside every single parent.
Parents would appreciate all these tools.
And story time is such a special connecting moment for parents and their children.
Yes.
All right, Dr. Becky, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and thanks for being here. And by the way, you can pick up your copy of That's My Truck, a good inside story about hitting, available where books are sold. And to purchase your copy, you can scan the QR code on your screen or visit getwanted.america.com/GMA3books.